Alright, so today I just saw something and I had to rant. I had to rant. If you are a wrestling fan and you're on wrestling Twitter, then you'll see, every once in a while there'll be a tweet complaining about, okay, current WWE is not great. And you know what? Well, right now, this year so far, it's been pretty good. I know people have been like a little down on the Rumble. I personally did not mind it. I kind of enjoyed the Rumble personally. Uh, I thought it was an okay show. Like, yeah, I would have preferred probably a different winner, a more interesting winner. I'm a feminist myself, but whatever, right? But dude, every fucking once in a while, and maybe I'll put up an example if I'm not lazy. But every once in a while, I see a tweet, and it's like, right now WWE is just it fucking sucks. And people try to tell me, 2019 WWE was the worst. I think the worst is right now, and 2019 was even that bad. Like, shut the fuck up. I genuinely cannot stand niggas who say that shit. I true to God believe you just weren't fucking watching. If you genuine to your heart, believe 2019 WWE. If you genuinely in your heart believe it wasn't bad, you just weren't fucking watching, or you were like 6 years old. Cause it was fucking horrible. It was one of the worst fucking things I've ever watched weekly. Okay? I watched it week by week, and every week I just hated my fucking life more and more because it was so fucking trash. Like I just don't comprehend how there's so many people looking back like fondly, like as a, over not even at certain moments. If you just think certain moments were great, I can understand that. Like I get that because there were certain moments. I'm gonna talk about those that were great. But people should act like the year as a whole was fucking good. There were so many people trying to argue 2025 was a worse year than 2019. Like, dude, I'll fucking like I generally think you're stupider than the monkeys on my fucking screen right now. Because those monkeys can actually get something done. I don't think if you genuinely believe 2019 wrestling, like WWE, wasn't the fucking worst, like wasn't worse than 2025 or current year wrestling, I genuinely believe you do not have the fucking mental capacity to even get a single fucking goal done in your life. And that's why you're on Twitter just fucking making up bullshit, okay? Because genuinely, I can't comprehend what kind of mind you would need to think it wasn't that bad or that it was actually fucking good. I'll give you two things. I'll give you three things actually. NXT was good, of course. Of course, NXT. This was actually peak NXT. Like NXT was amazing during this time, right? November was really good because November was just NXT on the main roster, and like what? Oh, WrestleMania was good, and that's fucking it. Everything else was fucking bad. I just like, okay, I'll get to the thing that annoys me most is the way people try to say it wasn't bad. They'll say bullshit like, oh, but in 2019, all of our favorites won. Fuck off. All of our favorites won? Are you fucking serious? Okay, so at WrestleMania, Kofi Kingston, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins, they all became world champions, right? And yes, we did all want those guys as world champions. That's true. Guys and gals, I say guys in a gender neutral way, but I understand that's not like a universal thing. So Becky won. Yes, that was awesome. Seth won. That was awesome. Kofi won. That was awesome. You can be given a good thing, and if I give you a fucking puppy, if I buy you a fucking puppy, right? You can be like, wow, I'm so happy you bought me a puppy, right? But then if I take the fucking puppy and I kill it in front of you, you can be upset that I killed the fucking puppy I just bought you. Imagine I buy you a puppy, and then you love the puppy, and then I fucking kill it in front of you, and then a third party comes in and goes, at least you got a puppy in the first place. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's how everyone sounds like when they talk about this fucking year. Talk about it positively, right? Because let's talk about each of those people, right? Kofi Kingston, are you fucking serious? I feel like I don't even have to talk about it. Because you gotta be fucking kidding me if you think Kofi Kingston had a good year in 2019. Yes, he won the fucking title. And then what happened? He was the world champion. He had a mid-card fucking run. They put him in the fucking mid-card for the whole year. That's pretty much all that happened. He was a fucking mid-card world champion. And then what happens? I think he has a match against Randy Orton at SummerSlam. Is that the match that ends in fucking DQ? Like a DQ win? or loss, I think, for Kofi. I don't remember, but I think he gets a DQ against Randy Orton. And then later, during like not even on appeal, on fucking SmackDown. Oh, first SmackDown on Fox. Fuck you and fuck Fox too. He loses it to Brock Lesnar. Like you gotta be eating my whole fucking asshole right now if you genuinely think that was not fucking dog shit, right? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. And then what happens next, bro? What happens next? He does nothing. He literally does nothing. There's nothing next for him. He fucking forgets into the Royal Rumble. And in the next year, literally the next year, he remembers. And that's a great Rumble moment, of course. But dude, are you fucking serious? Like, they took something we all wanted and somehow, and one of the best moments, one of the best more recent moments in their history, honestly, if you ask me. Kofi Mania was such a cool and unique thing. And they just ruined it. They somehow did the worst possible thing you could fucking do with it. And oh my, you know what? I'll get to Brock Lesnar. Just he is like one of the biggest like emphasis, is like one of the biggest like cancers of 2019 WWE. Like, but I'll get to him later, right? All right, maybe I'll do it now because then you have Seth Rollins, right? He has his run. Let's start with how the Rumble, right? The 2019 Rumble is not fucking good. Can you tell me who the final four of the Rumble are? I can tell you three. Off the top of my head, I remember three. I didn't actually go back and watch the Rumble for this, so, you know, fuck me. I remember, and that's the one that main evented too. That's the worst fucking part. 2019's Rumble, men's Rumble was the main event, not the women's one. But the final three, it was like, I think it was Seth Rollins, it was Braun Strowman, it was Andrade, and I don't remember who the last person was in 2019. I don't think it was I don't know, I don't remember. But those were like, I don't even think Andrade was final three. I think he was fourth. Maybe it's like Randy Orton last or something. Because Randy Orton, I don't know, he's just a good slot in person for Rumbles. But yeah, like not a memorable Rumble, not a good Rumble. And yet people were trying to tell me, you know, what a good year because we got all the Seth Rollins stuff. Yo, you got Seth Rollins and a Rumble that was not good. Like, dude, are you serious? Like, okay, wrestling has to be fucking good for me to be excited about it. Like, I don't understand. Like, is that such a crazy take that like, yes, something interesting can happen, but if it's presented in a way that's not compelling, then I can't act like it was actually good this whole fucking time. Like, are you serious? That's how wrestling fans act on Twitter. They're like, oh, well, you got the good thing that you wanted. Well, the package was fucking, like, disappointing and shit. And I should be able to mention that. But whatever, right? So he wins the title against Brock Lesnar. Again, good Mania moment. Because while that Mania is long, it's too long, obviously. Everyone knows this. It was a great WrestleMania, right? It was a really good show. Because length does matter. It was like 9 hours long. And some of it wasn't good. But most of it, the big moments that we wanted, they happened and they were good. And, you know, obviously you have to give credit to that. So good WrestleMania, right? He wins it. And then you know what fucking happens? You know what happens with him after? Dude, he feuds for Baron Corbin for like half the fucking year. He feuds for Baron Corbin for the entire fucking spring. Are you fucking why? Okay, I like Baron Corbin now. But you gotta be killing me. You gotta be shooting me in the fucking head or something. If you, oh wait, did I fuck this up? I think I did. But you gotta be eating my whole fucking brain. Your brain has to be like infected by fucking brain worms. If you think I'm gonna be excited or speak positively about a fucking 3-4 month feud of Seth Rollins bring Baron fucking Corbin, and this is the year Baron Corbin retired Kurt Angle, and he's not good enough to be put in these positions. I'm sorry, all respect to him, but he just was not fucking good enough to be in these positions. Like, dude. But whatever, right? No, not whatever. You know, fuck you guys. Yo, fuck some of you guys for acting like this is good, because he was fucking shit. But anyway, he feuds with Baron Corbin until the summer. What happens in the summer? Brock Lesnar pulls up to a Money in the Bank match he was not a participant in. He wasn't in the fucking match. He pulls up, end of the match, wins the match, whatever. Fuck you, Muhammad Ali, I guess, right? Mustafa Ali, sorry. Dude, I'm too annoyed. I feel bad that I said that, completely different Ali. Fuck you, Mustafa Ali, who was at the top of the ladder, right? He takes it, he wins. And then what happens? He he does the boombox thing, which is cool, whatever. And he cashes in on Seth Rollins. And why did you give him the Money in the Bank to set up Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar again? Even not like they. There's times where people say Money in the Bank is wasted because the person with the bank, like Money in the Bank contract, like loses. That's not wasting it to me. To me, wasting it is giving it to Brock fucking Lesnar and using that to justify him having a rematch against Seth Rollins when it's Brock fucking Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. And it's a WrestleMania rematch, by the way. Like it's a rematch from WrestleMania. Like I don't understand why they need this extra fucking hoop to justify it, right? This is an actual example in my mind of them wasting Money in the Bank. But whatever. Seth Rollins beats Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which is correct. But it does lead to the unfortunate, which makes it even more fucking annoying, that Brock Lesnar starts the year as champion, becomes champion in the middle of the year, and then beats Kofi Kingston to become the other world champion at the end of the year. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I don't, well, okay, as a performer, I don't have any disdain overall towards Brock Lesnar. But this was testing my fucking patience, dude. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. But, whatever, man. So, he wins it back from Brock Lesnar. You know what else happens on SummerSlam? And this was a good thing, right? You get The Fiend. The Fiend's debut. We all love The Fiend. We all, love Bray, of course. Great shit, right, with The Fiend. And then, but what happens? They send The Fiend after the world title, which is the Universal title, which is a world title. Which is, something that a lot of people already didn't want to happen. They didn't want to see The Fiend go after world titles, but there was a big audience of people who did want to see that. They did want to see The Fiend go after world titles. So whatever, because it lets them be like the top star. So whatever. I can understand that. What I can't understand is how and I don't think this is the first time they've done it, but it's the first time they've done it in this way. How the fuck you put him in Hell in a Cell? You have this new unkillable like horror monster. You put him in Hell in a Cell, which is your horror movie basically. It's your horror movie match type. And what do you fucking do? Does the horror monster kill Seth Rollins? Who, by the way, at this point he's such a bad face. They have to turn him heel because he's such a he's becoming such a disliked face. He's supposed to be a heroic character. But people are cheering for the horror monster in real fucking time. Because they just, not only do they like the horror monster more, they just don't like Seth Rollins, right? Which is fucking bad. People will neglect to bring that up. But Seth Rollins' run becomes bad. Kofi Kingston's run is treated like a mid-card. It becomes bad. The Fiend becomes bad because you put him in the Hell in a Cell match. And they end it with fucking a DQ. They end it with a disqualification. The Fiend wins by DQ in Hell in a Cell. Everyone knows this is fucking dog shit. It's not the first Hell in a Cell that ended by DQ. Just in the previous year, I believe, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman had a DQ or no contest finish. And that's also dog shit, by the way. That's fucking shit. That's also one of the worst fucking endings you could possibly do for that type of match. But I guess the slight difference for that is at least there was a third party who, beat both contestants down to the point where they couldn't continue. That's the kayfabe reason. I still think it's shit. But at least there is a kayfabe justifiable reason that even though I don't like it, it does exist, right? There's literally no kayfabe justifiable reason for this match to end a fucking DQ, except the ref was like, no, please don't hurt him more. Like, fuck you! Fuck you! Everyone brings it up, but yes, I'll bring it up. They thought Mick Foley was fucking dead, and they continued the match. Like, like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. It just annoys me so fucking much. But whatever. What the fuck ever, man. So, Hell in a Cell is fucking shit. It's fucking dead. What else is going on this fucking year, bro? The Fiend does win it, which is cool, I guess, if you wanted him to win. But where is he fucking winning? In Saudi fucking Arabia. Which, okay, I'll get Saudi later, because I'd rather talk about the Becky Lynch run. Because honestly speaking, like, it's, of the things that we wanted and got, it is the thing that was ruined the least, but it also suffered a ton of fucking issues. From creative very obviously not wanting it to happen originally. Throughout the year, like if you remove the triple threat match, well, I guess okay. So she wins the Rumble for Charlotte, right? Okay, cool. And then what happens, right? They're like, no Charlotte's in the match, and Becky has to earn her spot back into the match again, right? Oh my, and don't, I'm not gonna talk about Charlotte Flair, but her booking this year. This is the year, like this year and the previous like two. They are the reasons why people could not forgive Charlotte Flair until like she started teaming with Alexa Bliss. Like they just couldn't stand her until that point. And that's because in this year, let's recount. Flair loses the Rumble. Okay, that's fine. And I just mean the first half. The second half of this year is fine for Flair. But the first half of this year, oh my god. She loses the Rumble to Lynch. Okay, cool. Right? She beats Asuka for her fucking title. She takes Lynch's spot in the match and she loses to Lynch in a way that's not clean. Like Ronda Rousey interferes in the match to get Becky Lynch to win. Like, are you fucking serious? She couldn't beat Charlotte Flair clean. And then what happens? Like not too long. So she wins the women's title from SmackDown. And Ronda Rousey's holding the Raw's women's title. In the main event of WrestleMania, Becky wins them both. So she's 2 belts Becky Lynch, right? Becky 2 belts, whatever. This is already kind of dumb. They should have just kept the SmackDown women's title on Asuka and let her do her own thing. I don't know. Whatever have the match with Ember Moon. I don't know. But yeah, so you have Becky 2 belts, whatever. That's cool. Like Becky winning is the least that is an amazing thing, despite all of the bullshit going on around her win. But yeah, she wins, and then she feuds with fucking Lacey Evans for butts. She literally feuds for Lacey Evans for like 3 months, dude. Cause it's like a dual feud, like her and Seth Rollins versus Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin. And I don't want to be that guy. Like I don't think Lacey Evans was shit, but she was not good enough to be Becky Lynch's like long-term feud for most of the year. For on the Raw side, for the SmackDown Women's title, Becky Lynch lost the title. in like her first defense versus Charlotte fucking Flair, of course. But after that point, I don't really have that much of an issue with how Flair was booked. I liked her match versus Stratus. She was the correct person to have Bayley, cash in on and all that stuff. So beyond the first like 4-5 months of the year, Charlotte Flair is fine, right? I don't want to come off as me hitting on Charlotte Flair. And obviously in ring, Charlotte Flair was always good in ring. I think Flair gets a little bit too much hate, so I guess I want to put some respect, even if her booking was fucking terrible this year. I want to put some respect on the work she does. I lost my fucking mouse. Okay. So, she lost to Flair. Whatever. She lost to Charlotte Flair. She feuds with Lacey Evans for fucking months. And then, honestly, after her Lacey Evans feud ends, after she's done with the Charlotte Flair, her reign just is good, because she just, even though a lot of the match results are kind of shit, like I don't understand why during this year there's so many examples of babyfaces losing or winning by DQ, like on pay-per-view, like to retain titles. Like this happened multiple times with Kofi, it happened multiple times with Becky. So she has a match versus Sasha Banks, and she loses by DQ, right? Becky Lynch loses to Sasha by DQ, retains the title, and then they have their match at Hell in a Cell, and it's a great match. And really, I don't have a ton of complaints about Becky's reign here. I guess you can argue like it should have ended to Sasha. I think there's a big argument that like next year she should have lost it at Mania, but that's 2020's booking, so I'm not gonna get into it here. So, honestly speaking, even with its issues, I will say people who do use Becky Lynch as a good example, that's one I can agree on. She was overall, I'd say she was well booked, but she wasn't as like, it's not like Kofi or it's Kofi especially, where they give you something just to fucking like strip away at it, and then people try to act like that's good. It's fucking not. And it's not like Seth, where people try to act like it was good, but it was actually so bad that they had to change directions because it got so fucking bad, right? But whatever. So that just leads me to like my last thing I wanted to talk about. Saudi fucking Arabia. And Jesus fucking Christ. This is the worst year Saudi Arabia for WWE like ever. Like this is the worst fucking year, right? People like just ignoring the ethics. Like let's ignore the ethics, right? And let's just talk about how this affected the quality of matches and storytelling. It fucking killed them. It like this is the year where Shane McMahon he becomes best in the fucking world, best wrestler in the world. Fuck you, right? Fuck you, man. This is the year where fucking Goldberg like almost fucking kills Undertaker, right? Like Jesus Christ, man. Like we like I don't like how do I describe it? How do I even say anything? Like he's I almost watched him fucking die. I almost watched the guy fucking die during my live sports broadcast because of Saudi Arabia. Like there's nothing I can really say. I'm watching a match. I see the fucking the what's it, the jackhammer, and I'm like, oh my god, he might be fucking dead. He's almost fucking dead because he gets dropped right on his head, dude. And whatever. And then, oh my god, you got all the Tyson Fury bullshit. Like you had Tyson Fury versus Braun fucking Strowman. Tyson Fury, a fucking what boxer, not a wrestler. He beats Braun Strowman in a match, I'm pretty sure. And oh my god, Braun Strowman is like, this is where he has so much hype. Did you squander like a lot of his hype last year? No, you know what? No, his hype was already squandered. I'll put that on 2018. In 2018, they squandered all the Strowman hype, and this year they just added to it just being nothing, like no hype. Like they didn't build any of it back. And I'm just like, bro, fuck, bro. But whatever. And then, but what else, bro? Oh yeah, and there's the part where they all get fucking trapped in Saudi Arabia for SmackDown. So that causes SmackDown to have to be fucking good because it just turns into NXT for an episode. And that episode of SmackDown is really fucking good. But I mean, it's only good because their talent got trapped in Saudi fucking Arabia, and it was just a different show. It just turned into NXT. The only time WWE in the second half of the year was fucking good was when it was NX fucking T, and that's it. That's it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I just can't stand it. Every once in a while, you'll just see someone be like, you know, wrestling fans are just so ungrateful. They got everything they wanted in 2019. And I just don't understand why they think 2019 was so bad when it's obvious right now it's so bad because you have Yeet Man going around saying Yeet. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, Jay Uso, I'd rather see a fucking 2-hour episode of just Jay Uso fucking yeeting than have to live through like 2 fucking weeks of 2019 WWE again. If those 2 weeks aren't the week of WrestleMania or like the week of fucking November, okay? Imagine watching fucking Money in the Bank 2019 again, or just watching Summer or Post-Mania Spring 2019 again. I'd fucking kill myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I had to say.